afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, innovating, and amazing Propagandacast with me, your host and Dane, the one, the only master of propaganda. The only sanctioned source of counter entertainment, off here to a 1 vs 1 on Kholodny Ferma. In the east, it is Happycat, fighting with the German army, Deutschland. Taking on the role here of the 116th Panzer Windhund with Overwatch, fortifications, and Luftwaffe ground force west and west. It is Ashablois, fighting for America, freedom, democracy. Taking on the role here of the 5th Armored Division, here with recon support, heavy cavalry, and mechanized with ambulance and infantry. The bullets is there for Asha. And as always, kind reminder to comment, like, share, and possibly subscribe if you haven't already. And of course, pressing the bell button if you do subscribe would help me out a lot there fighting the YouTube algorithms. Also, big thanks to my Patreon supporters as well, which this episode and so many others would not have been possible. So, thanks to all of you wonderful Patreon supporters. You too, if you can't join the ranks by pledging yourself, or even just donate. Links are in the video description. Anyways, we've got double foot gunners here versus double riflemen, mechanized here with the relevant mechanized groups, reserve armor, cavalry riflemen, the mortar half-track, and combined arms. No sign yet of Happycat what doctrines are being gone for. We got Samax in the south to help defend the fuel pumps. Jump has been on southern munitions. Note here that some Overwatch players like to play aggressively against the opponent up north if they start in the east. We can all see, in fact, this is what Ash is trying to sort of protect with by getting some units in here fast and then wiring off here to make it harder for Happycat to infiltrate the area. Focus moving towards the center here. We got the dark truck already on the way there for Happycat. That's a pretty early truck, actually. Dodge truck, pretty well on time. Now, after 2 rifle scores, where most American players will go for a Dodge truck there to put pressure on their opponents. Some might even go for a bit faster, but I'd definitely say after 2 Volksgrenadiers, an early schwerer Wehrmachtschlepper is definitely a bit out of the ordinary here by Happycat. I do wonder if this was maybe some sort of misclick, or if there's some logic to it. You'd at least figure a lot more Volksgrenadiers before going for that. So, definitely a bit of a surprise opening there from the Oberkommando West player. They can soon upgrade to the Battle Group headquarters. Might be some sort of plan there. Of course, the idea here could be from Happycat trying to rush out Panzerfaust, since they have no doctrines with access to the anti-tank rifle grenade. So that might be a possible reason they're going for it this fast. But they still need to build it and take it up, and they easily still need infantry meanwhile. But there you go. Battle Group headquarters going up here, so very fast Battle Group headquarters here from Happycat. This is probably one of the fastest I've actually seen in quite some time. And it's, I suppose, an interesting way of trying to deal with the typical, mechanized start there for most USF players whenever they go up against the Oberkommando West. Of course, they do struggle. They also got Kholodny here, so fast Panzerfaust and a fast Kholodny for Happycat, but it does come at the cost of less infantry to fight Ashablois infantry in the early game. So a bit risky here for Happycat, a bit risky. Barbed wire up here to make it hard for the Americans to dig in. Barbed wire up here to simply do the same for the Germans against the church. Scrum continues here, there go 50 cal ready. Rifleman takes some on losses, follows with all starting to suffer casualties as Jürgen drops dead. Kholodny almost done. Battle Group headquarters is almost done there for Happycat. Will Ashablois be ready for this? Because most Oberkommandos players do not rush the Battle Group headquarters or any truck out, really, unless they're going for the 2-2-1, which Happycat does not have access to. So this is definitely a unusual opening here, unusual response. Unusual doesn't necessarily mean bad, it just means, it's not what used. And there you go, Panzerfaust off on the dart truck. Ashablois here, probably a bit surprised at that one. Hey, Crouch, you're not supposed to get Panzerfaust this early. Goddamn Crouch. Totally not cool. I'm very disappointed in you. Very. Okay, enough out there for Happycat. Of course, Happycat still needs more infantry, but certainly caught, I imagine, Ashablois there off guard. There you go, Barnhand gone off as a little bit of extra gift there. Still haven't gotten rid of the dog truck, but certainly thrown off its pacing a bit there by Panzerfaust. MG34 on the way for Happycat. So, fast truck into the Kholodny for MG34 here. I mean, it's definitely an interesting solution here that Happycat came up with. We got the MG34 halfway done, fighting continues around the center. Ashablois and Happycat, they're heavily focused. Dart truck fixed up, MG34 almost done. Storm pass pop into the church, he just denied to the Americans, at least pop in and out. Okay, now on the watch as well. And there you go, good at the dart truck as soon as the damage is fixed. More damage is inflicted and the crew has to go back to fix it up. Again, swearing, I imagine, at the goddamn Krauts. Goddamn Krauts. First Panzerfaust, now Raketenwerfers. Ooh, someone knows German, don't they? Shut up, Carl. Shut up. Ambulance there on the way for Ashablois. And the south finally got a bit of movement there. MG34 being hauled forward to the front line here by Happycat. We'll be seeing another MG34. Will be something else. About to get murdered here by the 50 cal. Apparently someone stuck their head out too far to cover. There we go, routed. Or perhaps there's just some gap there where somehow the 50 cal can actually murder them despite theoretically it should be a full coverage. There you go, MG34 opening up in the 50 cal. 50 cal can respond, but he's firing at another target. There you go. Bit of damage here. We've got troops taking northwards here for Happycat, also going for assault rifles. Still needs more infantry. 3-foot infantry squad here for the Overwatch is definitely on the very low end of the scale. Ashablois also with 3 infantry squad, could definitely also do more. Happycat now going for the flak half track. Not so commonly used, not bad, but certainly requires a lot more effort to keep alive. It can quickly get destroyed if you're not careful. At the same time, if you do get enough experience, it becomes very powerful and sort of highlight sort of is implementing of some of the Overwatch units which require a lot more babysitting, but once you get them going, you really get them going. 50 coming out here for Ashablois. MG34 occupying the church, need to counterattack in the south to defend the fuel point there, otherwise that's going to make things much harder for Happycat here versus Ashablois. Ashablois meanwhile also starting to realise they need to stop attacking around the centre exclusively and again move around Happycat here, that's very good. Doctor of not going to be an issue, trying to get close with the Pantherfast but can't quite enough like can be caught with the Rifle Squad. Going to need to retreat here, that's going to be like heading for Ashablois, which is great for Ashablois but terrible for Happycat. MG34 hosing away, action continues to be fierce and unrelenting across the entire map. Sturmgewehr folks with opening up the rifle, and there goes to a light tank for Ashablois. Of course, Happycat already has a Raketten Alpha, but could do with another one, or not pinch some Panzerschrecks on the Sturmpioneers. Small chance getting weapon rifle squad, that'd be pretty huge. There we go. Looks like the wip's going to happen here against Ashablois. Panicking others. Aggressive push there, and getting a wipe. That's going to hurt Ashablois here. This is great for Happycat. Obviously, such happiness will find itself tempered a bit by the arrival of the Stuart light tank. But there you go, losing the fuel point there, too slow to getting down. If they got the Sturmpioneers, we got the flak half track on the move. But Kevin was almost good to go this one for Happycat. We got the folks retreating, the other squad being upgraded. Still some doctor for Happycat. Reactions there, about to get hammered by the Sturmpioniere as they win with a Sturmgewehr 44. And there you go, Reactions routed. The threat of German firepower there being too much for them. 2 squads heading southwards there, no bazookas yet. Probably not aware yet of the flak half track. They might have briefly spotted it there. Asher there was paying attention. If they weren't, they're going to get a surprise. M51 ready here for Ashablois and the 5th Armored Division. Raketten heading southwards. Flak half track moving a bit about here. Happycat trying to figure out their position. There you go. We'll probably meet in the south. And we got a mortar half take of Ashablois. This match is certainly going places. That is a very early mortar half tank. And again, mortar half Americans tend to be quite rare. So to see one right after the Stuart light tank this early on is certainly something else. We'll have to see how Happycat responds to that as well, as this fight is certainly escalating in ways I'm actually not used to seeing from an Overcommand West USF match. I mean, this is overall quite interesting, and certainly I think very much spurred on in large part due to simply Happycat designing other means were needed to deal with this. But this is a very interesting match here. So now we get Stuart Mortar versus flak half track from an incredibly early battle headquarters opening. But while they're sort of laid out as though someone's trying to, like, you know, do something else, failed at, and just decide to cover it up with barbed wire. Whew. Lots of misses here, but survives for the Volksgrenadiers. The Raketten Alpha misses the Stuart again, seemingly beyond range. Decisive versus Volksgrenadiers, more after down death from the Volksgrenadiers, taking out a huge chunk of their health. They need to retreat. More Raketten Alphas to Happycat to help deal with the armor. Ashablois has yet to replace the infantry losses, meaning Happycat does have more infantry here than Ashablois at the moment. But at the same time, Ashablois definitely possesses a lot more vehicles. I mean, Ashablois is heavily mechanized / motorized in this match. And we got another MG for Happycat. I mean, normally, again, this match would be heavily defined by a ton of infantry, but now it's actually getting heavily defined by vehicles and support weapons. So, yeah. Not your average 1v1 matchup. Troops have been forcing healing. Got the second Raketten ready here for Happycat and the German army. Still no sign of Doc from Happycat, seemingly hesitant as to make a choice as the match goes on. I feel like it's more likely going to be either Luftwaffe or fortifications, though it could also obviously use the Overwatch, to be honest. Like a howitzer could be nice, sector assault was pretty good. But at the same time, you could also get some of that stuff and some other stuff here with fortifications. Or of course just get 5 Megas. And send some infantry could be a way to, I think, pressure Ashablois, who's called in some cavalry riflemen with the Thompson submachine guns, but only 2 of them. Troops sitting out there. Dog struggling about. 4 kills. Veterans you won. Mortar firing closer to the MG34. In the south, got a Rifle about to be saved here by the Volksgrenadiers. Flak half-track there with 1 kill. 2 kills. Jason found themselves on here. Finally, Fed Folders being hammered by the mortar half-track again. No kills yet, but certainly doing a nice bit of damage here, making it hard for Happycat to do what he wants. There goes Stuart charging head here. Kevin opening up the Stuart light tank. No Pantherfaust nearby though to further deal damage. Rather than Kevin Cap moving from the north. Needs to get the flak half-track out there. Sook, popping smoke there to quickly disengage, reposition. Bazooka team pulling up here with the lieutenant in tow. Kev's going to be pushed back. Move to. Oh, not far enough. Calvin getting closer, getting his press, but they're still getting off the satchel charge. Sturmpani's nearby, lieutenant in the flak half-track is, I think, going to go down. So they went down there, underestimated Ashablois' tenacity and lost the flak half-track in a slightly, well, less than happy manner. There you go, gets the dart truck, but not quite enough to compensate for the loss of the flak half-track. Still has Stuart, still has the mortar half-track, though Ashablois lost another rifle squad. Infantry losses remains high here with the 5th Armored Division. As Ashablois is probably also trying to cover up the assaults there to high command. Oh yeah, Squad 2, it's totally fine.
Yeah, we're Squad 2, we're totally okay. We did not get slaughtered.
See? They're fine. Anyways, the Kedma moving up here, grabbing the center victory point with the Sturmpaniers. MG54 setting up the Happycat in the south. Folks going to be moving up. Truck on the way for Happycat. It's going to be the Schwerer Panzerhauptquartier. Meanwhile, we got the captain here for Ashablois. Of course, that way we're leaving pressure on the infantry by going in for some more officers, but still very short on troops. Barbed wire in the center. The Kevin needs to get away here. MG54 forcing out there for Happycat. The Kevin have move forward again. MG54 could also stand to move a bit further forward, so maybe set up here. Cover the areas there. More mines from Happycat, if possible, would be a great idea and cause a doctrine. Are we going to be seeing the Schwerer Panzerhauptquartier? Probably around here. Could also salvage the flak half-track for a bit of extra fuel. Always a good idea. Mortar half-track once more being mobilized there. In the south, grabbing point C, Cavalry staying southwards, looking to catch some Germans off guard, but instead they might find themselves caught off guard by an MG34. Mines up here by Happycat, 50 cal holding up. Actually not seeing a lot of action at all. Then again, with the Stuart light tank, it's a bit harder for Happycat to extend, has to be a bit more cautious. But there go Cavalry Rifleman caught by the MG34. Forward there. Cut Pantherfaust, the Stuart light tank in front of the Captain MG34 also not firing it in up. It briefly looked like it, but sadly not. Had they been able to get off the Pantherfaust, that Stuart would have been dead there, but Ashablois was able to salvage the Stuart light tank just in the nick of time, avoiding their total KO there, or knockout. Right off, cook off. You get the idea. Something went kaboom, but it did not go kaboom. The Super opening on the Fultz Grenadiers. Here in the south, we got Grierson flying up behind the Sturmpaniers. The Kevin troops well, the Swift together, proving to cause a quite right pain in the posterior. Schwerer Panzerhauptquartier up there for Happycat. Needs to there. Oh, actually going for Orbs on foot. No, taking then Orbs. Not a bad idea there. Some Orbs on the MG34 could actually put some serious pressure on Ashablois here. There's some rest of the Kedden effort. We got the info in the south. We got the Captain out in line of 5. The MG34 forgot it was there and paid the price. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Jason's going for that carve point. Good disruptive play there by Asher. More tough thing to deal with MG34, but already here, Happycat is a few steps ahead of Asher. Repositions the machine. Opposite expecting such a maneuver. M1 anti-tank and plus another 50 cal for Ashablois. This match is certainly turning heavy and heavy on the support weapons. Going for the fuel point then. The good disruptive play. Happycat too slow to react to this, unfortunately for him and his fuel supply, but of course great for Ashablois. The Happycat isn't quite a fast cat. And to fill up the re-echelons, we're coming up here in the carve point. There we go, Orbs are good to go. MG34 was the 50 cal Sturmpaniers being suppressed. Sadly lacking smoke grenades, they cannot easily cover themselves up. And Happycat, for all of his choices here, does not possess any artillery. You'd actually kind of figure that. A light infantry gun would actually be a pretty good pick. In particular, that Ash is going heavy hand support weapons. So hopefully Happycat does consider that. But obviously, right now, I imagine the priority is getting out some armor here versus Ashablois. Of course, for Ashablois, taking up soon would also be a very strong idea there. Another Kedden hit on the Stuart light tank. Also inside the church, could actually try and go for the carve point here. Back here, nothing going on there for Happycat in the south bit, skirmishing in between the Fultz and the Cavalry Riflemen. M4 pouring covering fire there. Go Cavalry Riflemen routed. Show no mercy. Quite the fight so far. And there you go, Captain Tomarov have the orbital dart and fire from the MG34, quickly kicking the door of the church off its hinges and charging out. Their captain finding himself under fire there of the orbital dart. North side could still see more action there from Happycat. At least grab the point in, at least that way gain a bit more fuel. It's going to push out that Panzer IV just a bit faster. More Taftek, they're gaining veterans 1 kill so far though. Not like Ashablois been using the barrage ability a lot though, by a bit of an oversight there field by Asher. Bit of an oversight, there you go, Brandhunt ground out on the 5th kill, forcing it out. Going for the Stuart there. Bomb grenade there on the captain. Damage, casualties inflicted. Folks need to retreat, getting flanked with the Stuart Lieutenant. More folks moving ahead, then they go white on Happycat. Bit of a blow there to the German army. Could of course replace it with more Obersoldaten. Sturmpionier is the Lieutenant. Plus of course the Volksgrenadier is there. Obersoldaten all in retreat. 50 cal back in action. Again, lack of artillery there is I think slowing down Happycat a bit. I mean, could have laid down some heavy fire. And there we go. We do get artillery fire here for Happycat. The lighter Infanteriegeschütz. Okay, Schutz. Sturmpionier is a close effective fleet, but I think they need to retreat. Then again, the MD for the home up right enough. Suppressive fire there because Lions win the engagement. There you go. Cavalry rifle pushed off the southern victory point. The Sturmpioniers ultimately have to let go. And the south of Stuart here is going to move in to try and clear that machine gun. Thumbs up there for Ashablois. Pressuring on the other sides of the frontage here and taking advantage of Happycats. I think tendency to folks in the centre again, like they do leave the south flank exposed, and also north side again sees very little action as well. So definitely feel like a bit of an tendency to folks. There we go. I kept them up here on the Stuart light tank. Trying to shoot through the hedges as well, but not quite landing any hits there. At the same time, south flank here, major and reactions. Of course, actually connected soon go for medium armor. But it does look like Happycat here might have a chance of getting out of Panther IV ahead of Ashablois. Back here, troops reinforcing, healing for Happycat. And the south got infantry advancing there for Ashablois. More mortar fire here from the M21 mortar after, and of course got the lighting Infanteriegeschütz 18. Ready to fight coming fire here for Happycat's forces. First shot there. Actually using the barrage ability. Again, unlike Asher, who just seems to use it for the auto fire. Major routed. Reason's routed as well. There's the opposite move in. But a lot of support weapons here from Happycat. I mean, 2 Rakettens, 1 line for gun, 2 MG34s, and only 3 infantry squads. Meanwhile, Ashablois has also got a lot of support weapons. But also a bit of armor, though, of course. Happycat can soon go for some armor of his own. In fact, bigger armor than the Stuart light tank. But I think Happycat should at least go for 1 more infantry squad here. All of a sudden they're gaining veterans 1, they're taking incredible amounts of fire here from Happycat's force. At the same time, we've got someone heading northwards here and then heading southwards. Lekem's moving in, trying to take out that Stuart light tank, baiting into the Kedem efforts here. Only one of them can see though and actually shoot. And there you go, Panther IV on the way for Happycat. The Panzerkampfwagen 4 Ausführung J. Sturmpionier advancing on the center. Bravely crossing the train, but only to get halted here by the 50 cal. Lines gun nearby, bombarding here, good hit. Vehicle crew for some reason moving about, but guess a misclick there by Ashablois. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Still should go for some more infantry soon. MD fed forwards to the Lieutenant, of course, got the mortar attack blasting away there still. Line for gun moving a bit further ahead, need to be careful. In the south, the infantry was actually losing out to the Lieutenant due to the Lieutenant being in heavy cover, and the machine gun being effectively no cover. Of course, we've got the line for gun for incoming fire again. 4 kills. Back here, troops reinforcing healing. Bit of capture back down north. And there you go. Panther IV ready here for Happycat for the 1 and 16th Panzerdivision Minhund. And in the Pinmap machine gun. Still no sign of a doctor here from Happycat though. I mean, we're quite fine to the match, and Happycat is still yet to make a pick. At this point, Overwatch, I guess, is the choice. That or Luftwaffe simply for their big air abilities. The airborne assault or the sector assault. In theory, of course, also be sector artillery from fortification, but that one is a even more expensive and quite frankly even finickier to use. Pushing the center here with some smoke screen down. Thumbs up there to Happycat. Panther into strike in the south. They've got Major ready with bazookas. Panther shoots maces. We've got more bazookas ramming here. Need support here for the Panther IV. Heavy damage inflicted here by the 2 bazooka teams. And no kills yet. In fact, the Panther is driven back here due to lack of infantry support here to deal with anti-tank teams. And we got the 76 Machine on the way there for Ashablois. Strong pick there versus the Panther IV Model J. I definitely feel like Happycat needs to, like, again, extend the frontage northwards, try and catch Ashablois off guard with that. Also get more infantry. really cannot stress, I think, oh well, Happycat will be offered some extra infantry, more of something for some support the tanks would be great, or some Fadschmagers to support the tanks. But either way, some sort of infantry I think is going to be necessary for Happycat versus Ashablois. Meanwhile, Ashablois German is almost done. Could of course use the captain to speed up the process. That would not be a bad idea at all. In fact, actually, I think it would be a greater one. Sturm Pioneer finally gaining veteranry 3 and a nice damage boost. Sent secured. We got 263 versus 395. Lance gun being hold forwards. 5 kills, very close to veterans 1. There you go. Flanking here. Stewart anti-tank number 10 moving in. Okay, moving in for the north. All of a sudden, forcing very close to 22 on those chaps. Very good. Stewart moving in. We got the 7.6 mission moving up as well here for Ashablois. No 50 cal mounted on that one yet. What could happen soon? The Kevins have been caught. Try and take out the mortar after instead. Getting a face full of lead there from the captain with a BAR. In the centre, folks, they're moving ahead, but they're taking fire there from the 5th cal as always. Need to deal with that one. There you go. Shots being fired. Transforming up as well in the south. Enemy foot routed by the sheer amount of armor that Ashablois is injecting into it. And there you go. Centerwards. Fighting is intensifying. Though, of course, need to for the south flank. And there you go. Ashablois looks like going to try and flank up behind here and hit the flank there. Very good. Almost got the 5th cal though. Morbs on fine on the way here for Happycat. Thumbs up. Transforming directly southwards. Almost got the 5th cal. Forcing retreat there at least. Stuart light tank getting the light tank going to push back there. 7 kills close to 22. Sherman moving ahead here. Okay, man pushes back at base. Panthor takes a direct hit here from the 7.6 moving to Sherman. Panthor gets a good hit back and Sherman gets another hit there. Entertaining also lining up a shot here. Getting another punch through. Good work. Panthor in fact almost destroyed already. Need to get that into safety. Also, Nemo looking to outmaneuver here. Ashablois clear out the support weapons and infantry. Not a bad idea at all there. I've got the Sherman ready to respond to that as well. Should use the internal piercing round by the way for increased damage as the infantry. Panther being fixed up, just reinforcing healing. Sherman moving up here. Okay, Mavs are moving forward to deal with that Yankee Panzer. And there you go. 2 hits there. Almost got it. Likely won't get away there unless Ashablois too slow to move. Oh! No! Got lucky there. But the MD4 getting wiped out there. Happycat too slow to react and get out of there. Grab the MD4 right under Happycat's nose. Not great there for Happycat. Of course, amazing for Ashablois. Puts them at, well, 3 machine guns now. Always on dealing with the reactions here in the centre. MD4 being moved up. And Panther's good to go. Not far away from another one, though. On the other hand, Ashablois not far off from another 76mm Sherman. So that could become a bit of a problem. The back hit reinforcing healing. Panther southwards. 5 kills, veterans 1. Counter-attacks being pushed back with ease. Always retreating in the centre. Line plan being held back for reinforcements. Very good there. Very close to that Panther 4. Got the centre victory point now. We got 210 versus 393. Ashablois should be able to go for that Sherman very, very soon. Just needs the manpower now. About half a minute for that. Of course, they could go for other things, but I would expect another 7.6 Sherman at this point here for Ashablois. Still, I am surprised they haven't upgraded the 5th cal, since that does add some nice anti-infantry damage, plus, of course, a bit of light anti-aircraft support. And some is better than none there, I'd argue. I'll be lining up for another big assault here, since, again, Happycat tends to focus a lot on the centre, and not so much on other parts of the map there. Which of course means it's very easy for Ashablois just to make a hard push into the south there, forcing the Happycat to redirect everything, at which point the centre's then open to another push here. Temple not going into being suppressed here, line's gun firing down here. Close to actually 2. Doing a lot of support in the centre, be another push here again, taking advantage again of Happycat moving things south for most of it, to then attacking the centre. Very much a pattern here. Panther takes a hit down to half health. In fact, less than half health already. Quick blitz here. Another Sherman is suspected on the way for Ashablois. And sit on my cannon. Also moving up here. 12 or 17 kills. 18 kills actually. Veteran 2 though. Closing in a veteran 3. Need to get out there before they get murdered. Taking a lot of damage out of negative cover. Centre's being held up. Could try and take out the mortar attack, but not quite working out. I think we've got heavy mortar bombs here. Try and take out the light infantry gun. Didn't quite pan out. They're kind of routed. Bit of a mess here for Happycat, to be honest. Quick retreat there. Center's about to be lost again, and another machine in fact is looking to be lost as well for Happycat. Second Panther on the way here for Happycat. At this point, they may actually just want to consider bringing up a Yak Panther or even a Panther versus all these 7-6 with Shermans. And there you go, Line Gun Bet 2 is about to get knocked out with the Sherman. Situation is getting rather harsh here for Happycat. As Ashablois keeps up the pressure, keeps the momentum, keeps up the attack. Line Gun there taking some nasty damage. Looking to destroy it, and Happycat's looking not to crude, I guess. Panther good to go, halfway to 52. Second Sherman arriving. Still no 50 cals being added. Fuel point cut off once more. Second Panther almost ready there for Happycat. Going for Overwatch, by the way. A bit late there, but better late than never. We'll of course have to see what they follow up with there, but I'm guessing it's going to involve a sector assault at the right time to maybe try and break up. Ashablois hit with the Panther quite aggressively. Risking being overextended and of course losing the Panther 4 here. Need to be very mindful of these kind of things here. Panther 4 gaining actually 2 increased accuracy, that's always good. That is always good. Also things pressing the center, kept moving up, second Panther moving on the scene as well. Finding some movement in the north, but this time around there's of course the empty there in the side. Ready to deal with Happycat sneaking maneuver there. Thumbs up to Asher. Rather slow there from Happycat to get moving. But at least he did try to get moving there for once. But so slow. Looks like Unconventional Gnarly in the center. Not entirely sure which one it was, but I'm guessing it was the captain. And Gnarly here by the Panther and everything else. More heavy mortar bombs here from the half track. Time to really use this abilities. Thumbs up. Infantry chatting with the tank teams. All of a sudden, Steel Pioneers alongside the Panther trying to stem here the flow of Asher's assault grenade. Oh, Sapchat being shot there. But not quite landing, in fact. So, oh, there we go. It actually went off. It's the mortar bombs that I saw they going off for some reason. Then I interpreted as the South Charge missing. My mistake there. It's all of a sudden suppressed here. Panther pulling back. Half health together. Panther in action. Needs somewhat support here. Brutal attacks here. Ashablois taking no prisoners. Troops reinforcing. Need to fix up those Panthers. At this point, Happycat may want to consider eventually getting another Storm Pioneer squad simply to speed up the repairs here. We got 117 versus 483. Ashablois has a nice victory point leader. Happycat definitely, I think, needs to shift up the tactics to really think through off Ashablois because of this current pacing here. It's very much to Ash's advantage because Ash, I think, to a degree, has figured out Happycat, how Happycat sets up and thinks of the map and reacts, and then can just keep pulling the strings of Happycat. So Happycat needs to like change up the tactics, needs to change up how they approach the map because otherwise, Ashablois is just going to just run them into the ground unless Ashablois, you know, makes some pretty big mistakes, which could happen. And there you go, about to get the machine here in the center. Small win there for Happycat. Small win. No? Didn't even get that. Sherman shoots. Almost got the machine crew, but not in the end. They kept moving in there. Bazooka fire bounce off the Panther 4. Lucky there, Indy for something like Kevin as well. Again, just heavy focus there. We got a bit more in the south here, but again, 50 cal covering up that point. Oh, got the mortar after at least. There's a small win there for Happycat. Small win. Does help a bit. Sherman in the center, got the option to continue to push ahead here. Stewart rushing in like Captain nearby. Panther 4 comes in. Panther 4, they're heading southwards. On its own, we got an anti-tanker nearby though. Going for that machine gun, half dead. Got trooping heading southwards now there. Could actually take out the anti-tank tonight to Asher as well. And steam turn against Asher. There you go, great hit from the anti-tanker, but the machine gun nonetheless risk being wiped out here and taken care of by Happycat. There we go. And now the option to clear out the anti-tank here. This is actually a nice maneuver by Happycat, definitely catching Ashablois off guard, using it to attack southwards and catch Asher from an angle they were not expecting. Thumbs up there to Happycat. This is definitely an improvement. This is what I was talking about, you know, switching up how you do things. Catching opponent off guard is suddenly, you know, start to get too comfortable. Sherman tank southward, need to grab the anti-tank, at least get some more heat to help deal with the Shermans, or at least destroy it, so the opponent cannot use it. Also grab that 50 cal, there would be great. There you go, sector assault called in here. Happycat is striking hard now here, while the opportunity's there versus Ashablois. Air support raining down here. Ash is being forced back to the base, but really should grab the anti-tank and grab that 50 cal. Another Sherman way there for Ashablois. Just going to push up to 3 Shermans then. Also lay down some mines if possible, but definitely grab these 2. Panther 4 rushing into the base there. Oh dear, Happycat I think getting a bit too excited here, a bit too optimistic perhaps. I get the idea, but at the same time be careful about not pushing too far ahead, just again focus on destroying what you can. And this really I think should be a priority right now here for Happycat. Just grab what you can. And again, grab the entertainment, grab the 50 cal. Instead, nothing's happening there. In fact, looks like Happycat's almost in fact forgot about them. And now Asher's going to grab the anti-tank, run off with it. A definite mistake there by Happycat if Asher's allowed to get back with the anti-tank gun. But Kevin's pointing in the wrong direction as well. There we go. Got the anti-tank gun, but definitely needs to like grab it with the full gun is. And then grab the 50 cal as well. No destroying. I mean, that works too, but definitely do not allow Asher. But I think actually should grab it plus the 50 cal. Get some more firepower out there. Third Panther for Happycat. Looks like we're going to see a triple tank on triple tank engagement. Destroying the anti-tank and we can hit it. There we go. Meanwhile, tanks going for the center. Hitting a mine. Like Kevin there needs to turn around off to get the tanks in there. Still charging in there. Still haven't grabbed that 50 cal either. Still light tank Sherman's taking hits here from the Kevin there. First we got there 2-4. They almost got the student. Needs to get the Panther Force up. The Panther Force is too slow though. Too slow. Kevin cleared out. That was the veteran free one over there. Panther Force now being flanked here, but the Sherman's trying to move to the north here again. Happycat traction a bit too slow. Student gets away here. Panther Force in trouble. Charging at the infantry. Need to be careful. They cover up and they can still pop off a saddle charge there. Until he called in here. Counter rifle retreated. Panther moving in there with combat blades, but need to be careful here. Veteran free gain. Panther number 2 moving in here. A crazy fight. Stuart light tank could also go down here. Bit of a mistake. The Asher Kevin could get it off. There he goes. Stuart down. Heavy losses on both sides. But Asher might just come worse off due to the heavier armor losses. Now Asher's only got 2 tanks versus Happycat's 4. But Happycat is super low on victory points. So Asher could still win on that. Sherman now about to get flanked by the Panther to take down. We got the bazooka teams nearby, but still could cost the Sherman here. Or not. Or maybe. Oh! There we go. Moved ahead. The other Panther took it out. Asher's down to just 1 tank. Infantry firing in huge chunk of high close into Asher's advancing infantry. Another shot there. Third Panther moving in here. And now Happycat enjoys a strong armored advantage. Even got the 50 cal. The situation just for Ashablois got horrific. Perhaps took a Happycat just lightly or something all the way, but Happycat was able to just turn the tables on Ashablois and beat them with the table. It suddenly turned into wrestling. Anyways, 50 cal moving ahead here. 50 cal being hauled away from north as Ashablois evacuating everything, reassessing their tactics, and perhaps getting ready for a big push that might just be able to win them here. But the situation is suddenly very dire now for Asher. They went from a strong winning hand to now looking like a hand that's, you know, not winning. Fifth cal holding up there. Machine gun there holding up an assault here. Veteran free by a good suppression. Still just use things to I'm appearing on for more, I think. Definitely assault there for Happycat. It's definitely, I think, just one of the most overlooked German abilities in sending armor piercing rounds. Fifth cal there being charged here with the Sherman. Good maneuver there by Ashablois. Basically, in this case, what Ashablois is doing is just focusing all the force, like make some more direct punches, hoping that Happycat's going to overextend it, making it easy for Ashablois to then defeat Happycat in detail. Because again, Happycat wants to defend as much as possible because they're low in victory points. So I think that's a good realization of the situation of Ash. And there you go, Happycat charging in the Panther, in fact, getting ambushed by bazooka teams. Very good here by Ash again. Happycat getting, I think, a bit reckless. Infantry about here. Asher is still far from winning. But they're not quite losing on again. They're doing the best of what they have, I think, which is definitely what you want to be doing. But the situation is still dire here, though, for Ashablois quite a bit. Obviously, it's not quite safe either for Happycat. But they definitely should defend the victory points. I think partly should just use the orbitals to booby trap them. That make it much harder for just Ashablois to just rush in there, for example. And we're going for it in victory, 219 kills. Another Sherman there for Ashablois and the 5th Armoured. Going in for reactions, could get a wipe, that'd be very painful here for Asher. But if we get a painful, that could be very great for Asher. There you go, Jason down to just 1 man. About to get wiped out with eventually 2 Panther 4, but no, gets away. Lucky Asher there, lucky. Could easily rush the northern victory point, but again, this might be part of a larger plan to keep Happycat focused on the south, and then all of a sudden just rush all of the other victory points as well. In which case, pretty sneaky there, Asher, pretty sneaky, but certainly requires some foresight there and some nerves of steel. Another machine gun there for Happycat. Another Sherman ready. Panther 4 blitzing ahead here. Close to veteran 4 in fact, more accuracy. A Sherman there ready for Ashablois, 15 kills. Troops are being hammered, Bazooka 5, cavalry threatening with the satchel charges. Pound 4, they're gaining 84, got the Shermans on the move there. Could Ashablois turn the situation around here once more? We kept up the Sherman. Sherman there by veteran 3. The veterans 1 bonus from the Radiant. Simplify has a high rate of fire, as you can see there. Almost got the Panther 4 and Ace. Almost Ace Panther 4 gets away. Cost the Sherman there. Nope, the Sherman's actually alive. We could see the other Panther 4 go down. No, the shots are missing. Caravan there taking out the Kednev almost. Panther 4 down. Almost got the Kednev. The Kednev is down. Happycat might just have fallen into a trap here. Devised by Ashablois. And it's now suddenly a lot weaker forward. Giving Ashablois time to now rush the victory point and maybe turn the game around. And finish it out. Happycat definitely needs to get out more infantry and more armor. The Kednev on the way there has lost all of them now. Not great. Ace Panther 4 or Sherman charging ahead here. Turn something up there as well. Almost got the Panther 4 there with the Sherman. North side still wide open. You got 52 versus 261. Panther 4 halfway to the ace level there. Also, they're pushing back like Kenneth now, run off with by Ashablois. Another Panther 4 there for Happycat. Plenty of machine guns in the south. Panther 4 there. Probably should prioritize fixing up the, more veteran Panther 4, the almost ace Panther 4. And really should consider more Sturmpanies just to sit repaying the change, because at this point, they're clearly a core part of Happycat's force, and the faster Happycat can get the bang action, the better here. That's also one of the strengths right now of Ashablois. They can just quickly repair all of the tanks at the same time. In this case, it's only one, but again, they can just do it faster in that sense. Anyways, McKenna there for Happycat. Another Panther 4, but still not more Sturmpaniers. Definitely should booby traps on the other points and keep someone up close here just in case as well. But there you go. Troops saying northwards then. Machine gun being routed to do that particular job. Panther 4 setting out. You got 52 versus 245. Ashablois playing their hand very carefully, steadily reorganizing. And there you go. Second Panther 4 ready for Happycat. Got the machine gun hanging back. Lining up the Panther 4s in the center. Asher's making a run here. He should consider using the Sherman to lay down smoke actually to cover the attack here. Sherman's blazing forward, infiltrating heavy fire from the machine gun and the Panther 4s. In fact, I've lost the machine gun there. There we go. Semi-ace Panther 4. They almost took out the machine gun there with a few well-placed hits. Again, Veteran 4 Panther model gates have incredible accuracy. Mines being laid down here by Happycat. Very good. More extension in the north. Needs to be careful not to divert too many forces either. Still need to defend the rest, but it's definitely the right idea to take to try and extend at least the front. But there you go. Paying another big push here with Asher and the Americans. Machine they're caught in a bad hit. They're letting great in the Sherman. Asher's not calling in more armor here, perhaps. Oh, maybe they're being brutalized out in the open. Utterly called in here on the machine gun like head Murphy. The super team continuing ahead here under fire from the again Panther 4 here. 28 kills. Grayson's there about to get murdered out until the fire force with the support weapons. 52 versus 224. Still getting the center victory point, though. Kevin's been lined up here. Panther 4's moving in. Need to get that victory point out of the Americans' hands as fast as possible. Sherman in support. 19 kills. Sturmpanies gaining veteran force to continue the attack, but they're taking heavy damage in the process. Not enough supporting fire here from the anything else. And there you go. They get it wiped out. Non-target happened there with Happycat with a mistake. Panther 4's blitzing in though. Happycat launching a vicious counterattack. Possibly an all or nothing maneuver. If this fails, this could actually cripple Happycat and allow Azure to win this match. There you go. Charging in with the Panther 4s. Forgetting about the center victory point. Then the anti-tank weapons. Panther 4 rushing in with a re-exposed. A big mistake there for Happycat. Perhaps a pathing error, something else, but the Panther 4 goes down. Other Panther 4s rushing in, ignoring everything else there. Trying to take out the Sherman, but now risking the Panther 4s. Good lord, Happycat might just have snapped. And the ace Panther 4 about to go down to the Sherman ace. Down it goes. Got the emblems, but now Happycat's lost all of their tanks in a fatefully bad maneuver. Good God. They went from winning their match to now possibly just have lost the match entirely. They didn't get the Sherman. They didn't even kill as much of Ash as they did. They just lost that Sherman. Good Lord. Like, they had 3 Panther 4s, now they got none. Like, they even lost an 8 Panther 4. Just to take out 1 Sherman. I guess they just want to, like, close the match there, but they end up doing it rather poorly. Like, if they just focus on everything else, they might be able to win it, but instead they just over-focused. Yikes. Still, got most of the victory points, I suppose, but they're going to be vulnerable now against 2 tanks, and they do not have a lot of tanks themselves. And there you go, second Sherman right there for Ashablois. 38 versus 223. Bit of quiet there, northern points being seized. Happycat now is forced to defend a very wide frontage and as many victory points as possible with a smaller force available. Sherman rushing in there. Second Sherman moving in as well there. Worth noting, actually still not upgrading any of them with 50 cals, much to my surprise. And it's also fun when they consider they're actually flooding a ton of munitions. They could even use combined arms a ton here, just anything really. So, bit of an nose out there by Ashablois. Bit of a thumbs down here, on that one at least. 5th cal being flanked with the opposite bomb grenade off here. Doesn't get the white, but close. All 3 victory points now falling here to Ashablois. Didn't grab the southern one, but this could be it for Happycat, though. This could be it. He may not have the full sector capture all enough of them in time. So not that Ashablois able to back them up both with tanks. We've got 37 versus 208. McKenna from on the way for Happycat. 35. 34. 33. That's going to be more faster. We got troops from south, so we're going to counter here with the Sherman. Plus, got the machine gun ready to take them on as well. 28. Shot there, and there you go, machine gun down. McKenna's about to go down as well. Or perhaps not. And there you go, Happycat surrenders. A loss for America, oh not for America, a loss for Germany, a win for America, a win for democracy. A brutal fight here, really close at times for both sides, and then there, Happycat just kind of blew it there. Again, I can sort of understand it, but even then, that was just a really poorly done attack there, and just allowed Asher to make the final push one there. He did not make that attack, he just kept his calm and just controlled the rest of the field. He would have won. So keep in mind that, you know, it's not over until it's own. Sometimes you just gotta, like, you know, keep yourself under control and not make those kind of attacks then in those situations. But still, great play from both. Interesting start for Happycat at the end. Happycat, I feel like, just focused too much in the centre at time. He just forgot at times to like most of the map, which made it easy for Ashablois to push him down as well, which is definitely an issue. But still, he was able to at times exploit Ash's weakness and really do damage. He just couldn't sustain it. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, like, share, comment on it. Tell your friends, tell your family, but don't tell enemies. This is Imperial Lane saying cheers and see you all tomorrow for a nice episode. Bye.